And good Wednesday morning. I'm starting to think today was a 3-cup ambition morning. Got to have sometimes more. I'm already out of my 2nd cup. Good morning. How are you as we head into Wednesday morning? 39 right now. Outside, as you crack the door, it'll feel like 35. That wind chill hovering there. But don't worry, we'll warm up again today. 62. Things will take a drastic change tomorrow as we get into the forecast. Be prepared. Make sure your pipes are wrapped. I cannot stress this enough as we look for temperatures to be in the lower 20s. 23-ish is the lowest that I've seen forecasted so far. So be prepared for tomorrow night. And we'll talk about, is there a possibility for wintry mix? All that's coming up here in a few moments. So don't go anywhere. We'll give you the absolute latest that we've got on weather. And remember now, forecasters will change this forecast in between now and tomorrow evening several times. It will be adjusted as to we see what comes. We'll talk about it in just a second, so don't go anywhere there. As you're waking up this morning, let's see, there was a car fire reported earlier on I-20 eastbound lane. That was going to be around mile marker 126 coming toward Meridian. That would put it in between Chunky and Meridian there on the eastbound lane. Hopefully they've gotten that out and got it all cleared up, and hopefully everybody's okay. We hope so. Fingers crossed on that. Things like that can just happen out of the blue. Fortunately, I've never had that, but I have known friends that something went wrong under the hood, and next thing you know, it catches on fire. It does happen there. Yesterday, and I don't know if you saw the pictures, we'll share them this morning later, one lane of traffic on the edge of 19 North out by Walmart, from Walmart to about where Lee's Donuts was. They're working on the edge of the road there, and it was causing traffic havoc if you were going through there. It was real slow. I don't think they got finished yesterday, so expect some delays there this morning. If you pass through there, and you can confirm that they're doing that a little bit later on, let us know so we can share that again with everybody as you begin your day so that you'll know about that. Also, I hadn't heard the end results of this, but there was a structure fire last night on Highway 496 yesterday afternoon at someone's home. Hopefully everything was saved. I hadn't gotten the end of the story of that, but hopefully everything wasn't too much damage. We hope so. Bad time of year for that to be happening. As we look to things going on across, have you ever eaten at Whataburger? And a lot of times that's a new name to you. What a Burger is what it's called. And you say it real fast, it's Whataburger. They're all over Texas, really great hamburgers. And we get our first one in Jackson, Mississippi. I think it's Brandon that has gotten the first one. So the next time you pass by, you might want to try one of those in the Jackson area. They are great hamburgers. I lived not far from one when I had to stay out in, where was that? Corpus Christi. It was very good. So try that next time you're that way. The guy that the issue most wanted for Jones County was captured yesterday afternoon. Foot pursuit, and this was the guy that they were looking for in Jones County yesterday. A foot pursuit began, and they caught him. He's in custody. He can't hurt anybody now. So Wayne, as we look at that, most wanted there in Jones County has been caught. That's good news. Let's see here. Other things that are happening. Have you heard all about this that happened in Virginia? It was roughly 2 days. If you were on I-95, you were stranded. And the weird part is people in the state were already starting to blame the new governor that hasn't taken office yet. So how could he be blamed? It's a GOP governor moving into the office. He had nothing to do with it. He wasn't governor yet. But there was a lot of families stranded for 20-plus hours on the side of the road in 18, 17-degree weather with little, no food. People were running out of gas. It was a bad thing. And that's why I always say when you go on trips, when you get to about a half a tank, pull in somewhere and fill up. You never know what you'll encounter in traffic. You could be stuck there. Don't run those gas tanks low. It could be turn out bad for you later. And there was a lot of people in that cold weather that wish they had done that. So that's what's happening there. As we look at, you remember the Jeopardy lady, Amy Schneider? She was robbed in California. She's won the most there on Jeopardy, and she was robbed. Bless her heart. I hate that happened to her. And this just kind of puzzles me. And we'll bumble into this. This was California. They found a guy at a gas station passed out in his car. As they searched the car, he had 300 mail-in ballots. Now, this was a while back. And after a brief, I guess you would call that investigation. They're saying that they found no chance of him doing election fraud. Why would you have 300 election ballots in your car if you weren't up to something? That's California. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Kind of odd, though, in my opinion. That's some news from around the nation this morning as we begin this Wednesday, already January the 5th. We're coming up later in the week on Elvis's birthday. If you didn't know that, I think it's the 8th of January. Am I right? Got to have a little Elvis. That's coming up later in the week. All right, let's go to radar now and talk about what we've got coming up in the next few days with weather. As we look at radar this morning, we're showing some fog down here east of Montgomery, a little bit here north of Jacksonville in between Tallahassee, and also south of Shreveport in Louisiana, south of Dallas, some fog just north of Beaumont. But if you're headed down to Victoria, Corpus Christi, all that big bridge that you have to cross when you get up there to that split in Corpus, it's going to be bad. It's going to be a lot of fog and hard to see. Now, let's do our severe weather outlook here of what we've got here. Let's bring up today, what is forecasted for today. And all that we're getting here is on the East Coast, nothing bad. So let's go to tomorrow and look at the outlook of severe weather tomorrow that is coming up. It's going to be here, and as we go to the third day, right there, storm predictions. It's not really affecting us at all. We got some up here in the northern part of the states. Now, with this being said, with everything that is rolling in, there's going to be some cold rain moving in. We should get rain tonight after midnight. This is going to roll in and probably rain till about 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We got a 70% chance of rain there. Most of the forecasting that I've seen keeps sleet and snow right here at the line here on the Mississippi line. As we zoom in on this is going to be Tupelo right here. It's going to be north of Tupelo right along this line. You could see some snow down to Huntsville, and icy weather is the farther south. Most of it will be north of the Tennessee River is what I'm told. Now, is there a chance of us getting a flur later? We got temperatures dipping to the 23 tomorrow night. We've got rain earlier in the day, and that's always scary. But everything so far, the worst of the weather will be in this general area right here. We cannot rule out that we will not get some flurries. It could happen. But watch this. This forecast is going to tweak a little bit. Oh, yeah, I didn't have the map up, did I? Yeah, whoops. Let me do that. Right here, let me zoom in on this where I was showing everybody. Right here is where we will most likely have sleet, snow right here on the Tennessee line over to Huntsville and those areas. Now, there is a chance that we could see a flur down through here. As I mentioned, temperatures will dip to the 30s. 23 tomorrow night is what we've got forecasted. None of the forecasts have snow in it for the Meridian area. I still say there's a chance of a flur, not anything big by any means, but you might see something through the sky at some point. The sleet sludge is most likely going to be up in this area here, is what we're looking at. We'll watch this closely, and I'll update this later today. But officially, there is nothing from the National Weather Service that suggests that it will be bad in these areas as we watch this, as we come in to moving in to severe weather tomorrow, just as it's not showing there. So we'll watch this. We'll stay on top of this and let you know all about it. And we'll get into the forecast here and show you exactly what the National Weather Service has planned for us for tomorrow as we look at this. But it's going to be some snow up here in the Nashville area. If you're in Tennessee, expect that to be rolling in there. All right, let's flip gears and get into what the National Weather Service has to tell us all about the forecast, so you'll be up to date with the very latest that we have here.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, as we go to our record highs and record lows, it was 1950 that we celebrated 74 degrees on this date. Won't quite get there today. The coldest that we had on this date, 1999, it was 11 degrees. Brr. As we look at today's temperature, 62, a chance of rain down here in the Natchez area, but sunshine in the Meridian area, northward all of this. Greenwood, Mississippi Delta, see highs in the mid-50s throughout that. We'll get to 63 in Vicksburg and Brookhaven getting 66. Warm, even down to Hattiesburg getting that. As we cut across that Alabama line, Tuscaloosa 56 is expected today. Clanton 55. Livingston, Alabama, will see about 61 as it borders the Mississippi line there today. Not bad weather at all there. Sunny for the most part. Now, as we look at the temperatures over the next few days, the Meridian area finally makes normal. We'll have another wave of warmer weather over the next 6 to 10 days, but we do have that cold air coming for sure. As you go up the East Coast here, we've got below average temperatures. All right, now here's our 7-day forecast. Let's dig into this so you'll know a little bit more today. Sunshine today. We'll hit 62 for a high. Tonight's low will be right around 40, 48 is what we'll get. Overnight, after midnight, this will increase to a 50% chance. Tomorrow, a 70% chance. And as you can see on my forecast here, it's not showing any snow on this whatsoever. It's not in the forecast. 70% chance of rain. That should end by 2 o'clock. Our high tomorrow is going to reach 53, and depending upon where you look for that low, my radar system says tomorrow night 24. The National Weather Service says 23. Again, they're not mentioning any sludge or anything in the forecast. All of this, as you have rain earlier in the day, if the roads don't dry out, you would have a mess on your hands. We'll watch this. Nothing has been issued from the National Weather Service with a concern over this at this point. As we get to Friday, a high of 46 down to 30, and temperatures warm back up Sunday to 70, nighttime lows of 50. And then Monday, again, it's just a seesaw effect over the next 7 days. We go from 20 to 70. It's just the South. That's what happens. We can't keep one temperature, can we? But we will watch this forecast as to what unveils tomorrow. Again, most of the weather is going to be north in the Tennessee area for the more serious weather. Now, let's move along here and look at next week. Let's go all the way to January the 19th. Basically, highs will be in the 50s, nighttime lows hovering right at the 40-degree mark through January the 19th. As we'll head into, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be Martin Luther King Day, right around in there. So what's expected, that's what we've got so far. Nothing horrible. Most of the bad weather will be north of us. But our biggest concern to us is going to be frozen pipes. Make sure that you winterize everything you've got, even your cars. It's good to make sure that you've got antifreeze. If you've been running straight water for whatever reason, stop and get you one of those $10 gallons and mix it up. Get it in your radiator. It's not worth $10, $11 of running an engine. Make sure that you're up and prepared for what's coming. Make sure you're on it. 23 is cold. I cannot stress about your pets. Get a bale of hay. Get something if they stay outside to keep those critters warm the best you can. If you can, let them stay in a laundry room if they're not an inside pet. They get cold just like you do, me and you. They've got hearts and feelings as well. Now, let's look at deer hunting for today. Let's pull this up. Major time today will be this afternoon, 4 o'clock until dark 30. So if you're planning on hunting, late in the afternoon, it's time to go. The wind will be southwest around 5 miles an hour, becoming calm in the afternoon. So pretty good day. They're not giving the outlook an average or anything, but the best time in the afternoon. That's how it kind of sets for today. So good luck to everybody. And don't forget, we'll give away another free mount next Monday from Jay's Taxidermy in the Battle of the Bucks. As we get into all of that, make sure to enter your deer if you get lucky enough to get one. And then we draw from everybody that entered and give away a free mount. Pretty good deal there. Again, that's kind of how things are shaping up. Let's go back to radar one more time before we close out this morning so you'll see what we've got this morning. As we pull up the radar, and I really got it up this time. I'm actually looking at the screen. As you go through here, Charleston and these areas here, winter storm watch up in these areas right here for today. Cold weather expected in our area for tomorrow night. Sunshine all across the place today. It will be after midnight before rain rolls in. Just be prepared for some cold. If you hadn't drug your coat out and you've been walking around in a short sleeve shirt, time to put it up. Get that jacket and be prepared for Friday morning because it'll be cold. That's what we've got. We'll watch the roads and be on top of all of this for you. Again, maybe a chance of a flurry. Nothing major. Should all be north of us, but we're not going to take out the chance of something just passing by. No accumulation whatsoever is expected. I'll keep you up to date on that. That may change again later today. Let me say good morning to Joyce Gressett, watching us in Chunky this morning. How are you? Terry Ray, good morning. Also, Joy Robinson, glad to see you. Connie Duke. along with Rachel Grapple. She is up. Sylvia Stewart. Jeremy Barnacastle. Good morning there. Lamar Hembry up in Kemper County today. How are you? Stephen Whitney McKinnon joins us. Reggie McKee. Janice Bounds. Also Milton Savell. Linda Accord. How are you? Miss LaWanda Grantham. Also Bree Packer. Miss Joyce Snowden Godwin. And Janie Burtell is up today. I hope you have a wonderful day. That's all, I guess, how we kind of greet it. Are we smiling? Are we ready for it? Let's do the best we can. Some days are tougher than others. Sometimes you don't get enough sleep. The dog barks in the middle of the night, and you wake up in a bad mood. It's just part of being human. Pull it together. It'll all be good today. It's a great day, as they say, that the Lord hath made. You've heard that since I was a kid, and you've heard it too. But we'll be back beginning at 8 o'clock. Candace is getting ready to come in. We'll have a great show for you. Join us beginning at 8 live. We'll see you then. God bless, and thanks for dropping by and being a part of this with us each and every weekday morning. Can't do it without y'all. I do appreciate y'all so much there. Scott Shirley, morning to you. Thank you for joining us as well. We'll see you back at 8 here with Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by